Hi, this is Saiwyn Quadras and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
You were the one I think who suggested Sonam's name as well to Atul.
Yeah, when I went to Shanti to pitch the idea, I said I have a good story for Sonam. And also because I knew that they manage Sonam and Shanti is a dear friend, so I knew that there is an ease of access. Whether she'll say yes or no was speculative. Shanti liked the idea, Atul liked the idea, and they went and told Sonam about the idea, and Sonam was completely into it from the concept stage itself. Because when I presented the idea, it was just a concept idea. It wasn't even a screenplay. It wasn't even a sequence flow. It was just the idea of the story. And on the basis of that, Sonam said, I'm doing it. And Atul and Shanti then got to work and got Ram on board, and then we went and met Rama Bhanot and the Bhanot brothers. And that is when the work started, and Sonam was involved from the get-go.
You're writing a story of a real life, because when it is fictional, so obviously you can take any sort of liberty.
Right.
But when you're talking about people who've actually lived and maybe died, how tough is it for you to just balance it out and make sure that sentiments are not hurt? At the same time, you're not making it too goody-goody.
Right.
And too positive stuff. Because ideally, like a biopic, it should not be merely how great a person was. You need to have all the aspects.
Right, exactly. And as a storyteller, I do not concern myself with what people will like or not like, or should I put more positive or more negative. For me, it is what makes the character interesting is when there are flaws in the character or when there is some sort of shortcoming in the characters, and then they become heroes. Like Mary Kom was an angry girl, or angry against the system and angry against a lot of things. But then the love for the country, love for her children, love for her husband shone through, and that is what made Mary Kom in real life as well.
Absolutely.
In the case of Neerja also, Akhil and Anish Bhanot, Neerja's brothers, we were always referring to them, the script, and they've read the script and they didn't have any issues with what we wrote. We did a lot of research with the passengers, the survivors of the Pan Am 73 incident. We took their stories and then weaved it in a way where I don't think anyone should have a problem, because we've not taken creative liberties in a way where we are purposely or forcing Neerja to become a hero. Her actions during the course of the event is what makes her the hero.
Many people don't realize it, but what happens with screenplay, I think, is the backbone of a movie. People mistake screenplay with dialogues and all sorts of all the time, and they're like, अगर आपने English में if you tell someone कि आपने English में अगर आपने dialogue लिखा तो फिर आपको contribution क्या हुआ film में? So ये तो English की film तो है ही नहीं. But screenplay is something that the way the movie will be moving forward, what sort of structure you're taking, whether, like say for example in Mary Kom, in terms of how it's going back and forth and how the entire linear and the non-linear path, the way it takes. That is the beauty of it.
Right.
And screenplay can make or mar a film.
Right.
People don't realize that. Does it bother you that people have such a scant understanding of the writing process in movies, and writers don't get the credit what they deserve? Some of the writers, they've managed to, like Salim Javed and a few others. But maximum cases, writers, they are massively underpaid, and they don't get the respect that they deserve.
No, I think you're one of the few people who even bothers to ask this question to a writer, because you are opening a Pandora's box with that question. Because first of all, people do not know what screenplay is. Most people in the industry do not know what screenplay is. They say कि यार एक महीने में लिख के दे देना. जो आप पिक्चर 4-6 महीने शूट करने वाले हो, 2 महीना एडिट करने वाले हो, उसको आप एक महीने में कैसे? There is a structure, there is a science, there is an art to it as to how the story should flow. It requires a lot of thought, a lot of rewriting. So that, first of all, is not considered as कि क्या sequence flow तो बन गया ना, आप screenplay लिख दो. So a lot of people from the business itself don't understand what the actual screenplay is. And the sad part is, people obviously don't know. My mother still doesn't know what I do for a living. She asked, "What is screenplay? Is it story?" I said, "No, mummy, it's not story. It's screenplay." She said, "Is it dialogues?" I said, "No, mummy, it's not dialogues." Then I have to explain it to her in the way she would cook. I have to give a cooking analogy. And even then she won't understand.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Many people won't.